This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrish, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hey, this is Tim Seeley, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
What are you laughing at, you drunk? Welcome back to another episode of me.
Oh, Charlie. Okay.
Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me as always. Wow, that stash is bigger in New Jersey. It is.
It's Charlie, the Professor Essa, and everything about me is big.
Hello.
Just the way his wife likes it.
Hello. And down in Florida, the ever-expanding alcohol bottle, it is.
Hey, y'all, it's Lil Hellfire. I'm sober.
Oh.
It's not like I'm drinking from my Capes cup. I'm sober. Water.
But she is the smallest of us all, physically, but the largest personality.
Nah, you give me a run for my money, old arch nemesis of mine.
Yes. But I do like it because you actually frame yourself in the shot, and it's like, makes you seem smaller than you actually are.
I'm 5'3". What do you want from me?
Oh my God! You need a bar. You need like a light up bar sign behind you.
I just feel like Joe Biden in that picture with the Carters right now down there.
That's funny.
It's a wide lens.
That's what he said.
Oh, hey-oh.
Yes.
You can't go
And my
dragging
wife would
Charlie
like
into
some
our
of me to be
nonsense,
smaller.
Philip.
I will say that. So, because I am very big.
On that note,
Hey-oh.
what's the big news for the week you got planned for us, Philip?
We got lots we could talk about. Carly Esser, did you watch this season premiere of Legends?
Of course I did. Oh my gosh. Okay, spoilers. It was Gary all along. Oh my goodness.
Lilith, did you see this?
I mean, after Mona, what's the worst that could actually happen?
Gary's an alien.
I know.
Gary's
Skrull, or whatever that Legends version of Skrull is.
Well, no, technically they're predators who eat like the greatest warriors of planets. So
That's why he was attracted to Constantine. I'm just saying.
Well, not for nothing, yeah. But it was a great twist. And
wait a minute. So how many nipples does he really have? So maybe losing one nipple meant nothing, really.
Now he's just down to 7.
Well, you don't know what the nipples do on his species, so that's the thing. He may have a projection.
One for water, one for beer.
Wow!
That's the dream. That's the dream. Any Star Trek fan knows that's the dream.
Little on some self-serve. Jeez.
Anywho,
I don't know.
I really liked it. I liked what's her name? Ava. Correct?
Yeah, Ava. Yeah.
Yeah, Ava sort of taking charge, and she's got her like little checklist, and it's just predicting everyone. It's a good sight gag, but it also actually becomes productive and actually works. Have Constantine go do his own thing and blow stuff
He's
up.
New here. He likes Ava. He's new here.
You got here.
First off, I'm allowed to like who I like.
Hey-oh.
Rory's still there, despite
Not for
legends to the contract. Well, we'll see.
It's his last season, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
I
it's
think they're
probably
gonna kill him
everyone's
off.
last season, Phil.
I would say that since like season 2 or 3, and the show just keeps going and going.
Yeah. Well, he said something, and then he like sort of walked it back because negotiation tactics.
He's getting killed off at the end of the season.
Either that or he's going to go off and be a dad.
Anything's
do that
possible.
already.
Well, maybe full time.
Okay, I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
I
this
mean-
is like a Stein repeat.
Well, I was gonna say,
They
yeah.
have nothing. They have nothing left. It's just all kind of repeated.
Oh yeah, yeah,
stuff.
that's the thing. They're gonna pull Professor Stein. He's gonna talk about retirement. Then 2 days before retirement,
Because he's definitely too old for this stuff.
All I'm saying is, I think the entire Berlanti verse is winding down.
Yes. Well, technically not really, because he's actually still a part of the Titans verse, which is kind of sort of still technically part of the Arrowverse. We just don't talk about
Well,
it.
no, I mean, like, Berlanti is going to be working.
and the Flash.
No, his universe is going to keep going, unfortunately.
Oh, wait, the Titan? So they've had crossovers with the Titans on this?
No, but technically it's still a part of it because he is the production crew. And just you watch! Mark my words!
Well, I don't know.
The newest season of Doom Patrol is all that I can say.
Mark my words.
Well, I think that this set of stories has
It's
kind of
been
come
done.
to its. Yeah, it's like we're Flash and the fumes of Batwoman. I mean, the only reason why Legends has ran so long is because it doesn't have to care anymore. It's like, nope, we're doing our own thing. We don't care. And that gives it its strength. That is its power. You may actually see that, Legends will be the last thing standing.
No,
In the ruins of the Berlanti verse.
And
But-
I'm okay with that.
but yeah,
'Cause, Katie Lutz deserves it.
it doesn't.
And it's just going to be DC's own Doctor Who. Where it's like every week.
That's
it's
how
like,
it started!
Exactly.
He
It's
literally
like,
had the guy! Well, a companion, but still.
but that's the idea. They'll just go and there'll be another rubber-faced alien or
DC's
rubber-faced demon.
Doctor Who, America.
And maybe they'll finally bring in Booster Gold.
Actually, America's version of Doctor Who was Supernatural. It's actually not canceled. It's just on a pause. It's gonna be revived in like 20 years with their kids playing the kids of their characters.
I can see that.
Mark my words.
Oh,
It'll be Winchester,
Mark
the
my
next
word.
generation.
But yeah, I'm proud of Legends. They're so whimsical and fun. It's just a breath of fresh air in the superhero TV genre, honestly, where everything's doom and gloom and trauma and allegories. They're just out there having fun, man.
their mission statement. Yeah, like Charlie said, they really don't care anymore. It seems like it's, hey, we're smoking a doobie. Why don't you come join us?
Nate and Ray are gone. The romance is gone. There's no more doobie smoking.
I mean, they're fixing things that aren't right with the timeline.
Murray's brothers,
You know,
filling that gap, man.
as you do. Because, the timeline ain't going to fix itself.
I just
The
have
Voyagers
one
taught us
question.
that.
Where is my Bebo stuffed animal and where are my Bebo socks? Come on, man. We
Ooh.
need merchandise.
Yeah, unfortunately, it being its own adventure, I don't know if that's in the cards, except in
If Arrow can have 3 tie-in comic books that actually don't tie into crap, I can have a Bebo stuffy and Bebo socks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think a Funko Pop might be as good as you're going to get.
No, I got all those already, so I need something new.
Oh, okay. Something new. Have you tried Etsy? I'm sure there are Bebos on Etsy.
Yeah, they just look like Cookie Monster.
Oh yeah, didn't you put your official count of Funkos on social media somewhere, Lilith? How many do you have again?
I only have 98.
Oh, only 98. Okay, yeah.
Wait, some just came in today. I don't know. The
Make it right.
count.
Wow. 98. I mean, I don't collect them, but they got like 100,000 of them. I'm sure.
I know. I'm just like the one
They
guy
make,
has
like, new ones every day.
$500,000 worth collection. So
They have 100 million different. They have 100,000 different versions, and like half of that are different Spider-Mans.
No,
Yeah,
half of them are
exactly.
actually Deadpool, to be
Oh,
honest.
true. Yeah, Deadpool, Spider-Man.
It's brilliant because it's the same mold for all the characters and just a repaint.
Exactly.
And it's like someone said, what if there was a way we could make Beanie Babies, but like not actually have to sew anything? We could just mass produce them, with it, just like have a machine that just pushes them out. It's like, well, we could like make licensed character things that just didn't look anything like the licensed character, but just were like chibis of them.
And make them for the nerds.
There, go buy it.
Unfortunately.
Well,
I mean, that's where all my extra comic book money's been going, to be honest.
That's what
Yeah.
shots a
So
lot.
I've cut back on comic books and I've increased the Funko Pop collection.
Hey,
They're
man.
not even posable or articulated.
Some of them are.
Some of them have bobbleheads.
Well, no, that's
I'm
more
just
rock
saying-
candy. Rock candy, you can actually pose them a little bit. But...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because, like, I'm going to say, like, because, Tristan, he's going to say, you can't really do stop motion with these. What's the point?
I mean, I have my Marvel Legends for that. So.
Well, yeah,
I mean...
We need some Southgate Media Group Funkos. Then Charlie Esser will change his mind.
Yes,
they make
I
a
need
Funko
a Master
of me-
Doom Funko.
Yes.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Well, which one are they gonna make of you? Are they gonna make bald head, hairhead, mustache, no mustache?
Well, that's the thing. You had to
It's
collect
gonna
all
be
five.
the variant. Are you gonna
Exactly.
be the lucky one to get the mustache variant? Are you gonna go classic? Are you gonna go classic Esser?
Yeah. You could do the fully shaved. You could do the complete bearded.
You can do him in the Gwenpool costume.
I want that description on the box. Fully shaved Esser. Period.
Oh, yeah.
Mess. But yeah, congratulations to Legends because I didn't think it had it in them.
Six. I didn't think they mixed six.
Well, it's like Agents, man. You can't kill it. It kept on going for
Well,
years.
it had a purpose. It tied in and gave you other stuff. Like Legends has no purpose. It's so far removed from what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank God, by the way, because that premise I never really liked, especially with the Hawk people. So
Yeah, the Hawk people never worked out. And I don't think that's the thing. I am not convinced you're ever going to do bird-winged people.
excuse me, Smallville would like to have a word with you.
Excuse me, the X-Men would like to have a word with you.
Oh no,
Really?
they've done
Have they
Angel
done-
dirty in every single movie iteration.
Yeah,
No,
and
sir.
has he ever
sir.
really have his wings ever looked good? That's my
It's
kind of thing.
hard. You can't be Lucifer. Lucifer did wings pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you
But
watch that
probably
TV
not a
show.
lot. That's the thing. Like, if you're a guy who flies, that's like your whole thing. Doing the wings is hard.
The Vulture
I mean-
would like to have a word.
Oh,
Again, those are mechanical wings.
Yeah, true. I was gonna say
The
1,000,
mechanical
but they are
wings.
mechanical. Yeah, they're not-
Exactly. The mechanical wings you can do because it's just like, oh, it's a mechanical thing. But you want to make them like be big, fleshy angel wings. It doesn't work. It's not like the physicality doesn't work when translated to live action. Like drawing it, you can see it. But like, if you want to like actually have a guy just have wings when he's walking around, they're just flapping everywhere. And
Just get yourself some investment in Red Bull. It gives you wings, man. This podcast is not sponsored by Red Bull, but if Red Bull would like to sponsor us, I will welcome our corporate overlord because God knows I spend way too much money on Red Bull.
Well, that deserves a big hearty.
Suck it, Conan.
But, again, with Red Bull wings, those aren't permanent wings, You have them for the flight, and then they're gone. And that's the thing. It's the guy who's got wings that he's got to walk around with. That's always hard when it's, like, living
You can do
wings.
what Squirrel Girl does. Stuff it in your butt, man.
Whoa!
You're welcome.
Okay, she doesn't shove it in her butt. She wraps it around her butt.
Whoa!
Stuffs it in her
Sure.
pants.
That's the kid-friendly version.
Hey, now.
I love Squirrel Girl. I can joke about it.
I know, but don't sound
What happened to New Warriors? We were robbed.
Yeah, well, COVID stole so much from us.
I guess season 2 of I'm Not Okay With This, and I've never been less okay with anything, but
Okay, let's switch topics. I want to get a little take on this. All right, so did everyone see the whole thing this week about the J.J. Abrams Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman? Yes, we are getting a black Superman. No,
it's not Val Zod like it should be.
it's not Val Zod. It's just going to be a black Clark Kent, and I don't know why they're
They could have at least given us the Mexican version.
Or I saw someone on there. They're like, why even bother just doing Superman? Just do Icon from Milestone.
Yeah.
Did they still have a Milestone? Milestone is such a contested
I thought
thing.
I thought they were doing something about bringing it back in some form soon.
I think they're
Yeah,
still
one
fighting
second.
with the actual the estate. Is last time I heard about certain things, except for like Midnighter. They have clear rights to Midnighter or whatever. But then a lot of stuff is.
But yeah, I mean, if nothing else, do Val Zod. I mean, President Superman. Come on. I mean, that costume would look good
Yeah.
on screen. Come on.
Milestone returns. It's official.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
maybe not all the. I'm saying there's
Oh,
not,
yeah, maybe
there's
not
not access to
movie
all the characters.
Or
the
maybe
good
not
ones.
movie rights.
They got Static. And they got Icon. Was there someone else you were looking for? I
Yeah,
don't
but-
know.
Oh, but maybe it's just comic.
Milestone is so much more than those two characters, but okay.
I'm sure it is. You know, but it's
Okay. Oh yeah, they got the two good black characters. Oh, I wonder why.
But no, Lilith was right. It's like maybe it's just the comics. Maybe they don't have movie rights or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
still fighting with the estate about things. So
But no, I mean, okay. What it is it becomes a different story, and that's sort of the problem with it. Is that okay?
They let them
it's
do
a
it.
better story.
Again, it's Warner, so hopefully they
Yeah.
let them do it right.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I mean, sure, but it you know, it become, and I get what they're doing. It's like they want to tell, and I guess it's set in like the 1900s, which is a little weird because
Let's lynch Superman. Awesome. Okay, that's smart.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, they could lynch him at any time in American history.
I know. I'm
But,
just saying, like, especially then, like, okay,
yeah, I mean, we could do it in
in
like
Kansas, really?
we
Okay.
could do it in the 1990s, and then present day he's like 30 years old. You know.
Well, you know, however you want to do it, it's.
I mean,
but
if
it's
they
just
like
a
it, I
different
love
story.
it. It's just fake wokeism, as far as I'm concerned. So
Yeah.
they're doing it.
I
Like I said,
mean,
there's other black Supermen. It doesn't have to be Clark Kent. That
And
people are happy to see, want to see.
And again,
It's not all Clark all the time.
And again,
Yeah.
it's not going to be part of like the regular universe, the regular universe, that movie universe. So it's like, well, why don't you just do Val Zod and you can have him alongside everybody?
well, and you can even have it be in another universe because that's in another universe. You have
And they love touting how everything's a multiverse now because they
Pounds.
messed up messed it all up. So
I don't know. Maybe this is going to be the Joker universe because that's getting a sequel. They say so.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see if he actually wants to come back and deal with Warner's because Warner's is going through it right now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know,
a lot of directors don't want to deal with it. So
I can see that. Honestly, you know,
So we're all
I mean,
we'd rather see Val Zod.
well, you know, and I get the problem. Well, actually, no, because you still have the Superman iconography. So you could have the Superman movie and have it be Val Zod or have it be, you know, Joe Zod for all anyone cares. You know, you could actually create your own story. I want to see the one where Superman is just a green bagel. And that's just the natural form of Kryptonians. And just a bagel who comes to Earth. That's
a green
reference.
bagel, you say?
When they got Marlon Brando, he didn't actually want to be shown on camera, so he said,
I
you
know.
know,
It's just you said green bagel. So
well, he
Okay,
actually
I'll
said
tell
green
them.
bagel. He said maybe I should just be a briefcase or a green bagel. You know, what do Kryptonians look like? And he said, well, Clark looks human, so obviously Kryptonians look human too. He just didn't want to do the
It
job.
was a phantom projector the whole time. He's secretly Deadpool.
No.
Solved it.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm not the most impressed by J.J. Abrams' work.
Yeah,
you know?
especially with people of color. He's got
Yeah,
a very bad history.
Well, I think that's why they. I think that's why they asked Ta-Nehisi Coates to be like, yeah, can you
yeah.
oversee this guy? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, to me, it's like, oh, Ta-Nehisi Coates is writing. Okay, I can see that. I can
You
see.
can write a good script and have somebody direct it and turn it into a piece of poo.
Exactly. That's the other aspect.
Especially
of it.
J.J. Abrams. Like, he is
Yeah.
not even that good of a producer. Let's just be honest.
Well, hopefully Mr. Coates will be standing next to him, and be like, no, that's not what I wrote.
That's not how writers really do it, though. Especially not at Warner
No.
Studios. So
Ah, damn.
And you know, it's just yeah.
And it's Warner's. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like maybe
it's-
not do it, buddy. Maybe make it animated. Maybe not. Maybe make it live action. That's too much pressure.
Yeah, well, sometimes
much
that's more
pressure.
expensive nowadays too, though. That's the only downside, you know, animation. Because people want it to be good animation.
So,
You know.
so are they making this Clark Kent still? Are they afraid, Lilith, to pull that trigger and make it to someone other than Clark Kent?
I mean, they've ruined Clark Kent, so I don't see why they don't.
I
want
know
to get somebody
exactly.
else.
We built that franchise.
It's like James and Tyler are the only two people happy with the Henry Cavill portrayal. Fight me, I don't care.
Did Warner's purposely do that? They announced this week, I guess, on Henry Cavill's birthday.
I mean, they're the ones that messed up the contract. I mean, and I'm not a Henry Cavill fan at all, but I'll just say it was Warner's fault. So them being petty just makes people not want to work with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the truth. Is that being petty is
Get out of here.
Nobody wants to work with
There's
people
no
who are
cachet.
toxic.
There's no acclaim. Like, oh my god!
I'm so surprised they're pulling any kind of actors of like, famous actors. Because I'm just like, do you really want your name like wrangled with any of their movies?
The best movie that they've released in the last 2 quarters is Tom and Jerry. We know we're in trouble. Maybe even Mortal Kombat. I'll go that far. I'd rather sit through Mortal Kombat than Wonder Woman 84. There, I said it. Godzilla versus King Kong. Rather sit through that than Wonder Woman 84.
Game over.
I liked that film. That was good. That was Godzilla versus Kong. I felt that they really gave both of the combatants their due, showed their strengths and weaknesses, and resolved it very well. I really felt that you walked away from that feeling satisfied about the monster fight. And I hope that's what you're getting with Mortal Kombat. I haven't watched Mortal Kombat yet.
It's okay. It's one of the best video game movies. Like, you have to keep it in a genre.
Yeah.
And you have to remember all the trauma that we've been through with video game movies.
Exactly.
I used to say Resident Evil was the best one, and that was like really stretching it. But
not everyone can be a Super Mario Brothers. I understand, but
John Leguizamo was robbed. Don't get me started on that movie.
It's the only Luigi I'll ever accept. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'd accept like a reboot with him as Mario now that he's older, but I need him to, put on the weight. It's
I don't know if his wife will let him.
That's the problem.
She likes him very svelte.
Maybe he could like just bulk up, get like the upper body strength. Maybe he could do that. And then I could say, okay, I can see that man as the elder plumber Mario. Or you just have him just come back and it's like it's Luigi's Haunted Mansion. See, now that's the movie I want to see.
No, you know what? I just need a Wario universe. Like, can I just have that? I love Wario.
No, you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna
he could be a great Wario, to be honest.
They're gonna have Mario versus King Kong, and they're just gonna slap a black mustache on the Rock and be like, "Here's your Mario."
I can live with that.
Didn't we already do that with that one movie he was in? That video game movie or whatever?
Yeah, Rampage, yeah.
See, man, I could not get behind that because the humans turn into the monsters. You don't have monsters just be big animals. That defeats its story. You have to respect the source material.
Again, video game movies are not the best.
This is true. But there is and I'll say this for modern video game movies, there's no reason for them to be
Sonic
bad.
is the best for modern. I'm not gonna lie.
Sonic was fantastic. Sonic. Yeah.
Jim Carrey killed it.
Oh, well, not for nothing. Jim Carrey's actually pretty good as an actor.
Well, after he gave up, acting and being the way that he was, I wasn't expecting a performance like that, especially in a silly video game movie, is my point for that.
What I'll say about Jim Carrey is I think he's rich enough now to not play to the stands anymore.
Yes, very much.
And he's just like, you know what? That sounds like it'll be fun to do. If you give him a good script, he likes to do good scripts. He's like, yeah, I can get behind this character. I see who he is. I see what you want him to be in this film. I can be that guy.
When you get to that level of wealth, when you're not happy, you don't have to talk out of your ass anymore.
Exactly. Yes. I will never be that rich because I do it for the love of the game.
Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Dogecoin, baby.
Oh.
Mama is ready to tell everybody to kiss her ass at work.
Oh, you mean like somebody?
Just a couple more points, baby.
Electronic Beanie Babies. But if you sold them at the right time.
No. Bitcoin is definitely Beanie Babies for the bros. I'm not going to lie to you.
I mean, it's just... I've never understood why someone didn't just, do a gold standard non-fungible coin where they just, bought gold and then said, in our blockchain is actually backed by gold. And so
That's not sexy, Charlie. That's not what it's about, man.
I don't know, man.
Just
That's
like
usually
NFTs, man. Like I'm just like, what is going on in this world?
But I get as far as the valuation, but the idea, like, here's the thing: 50 pounds of gold is hard to transport, but drug dealers love it. And you give them a gold certificate that says this is equivalent to this much gold in this place, kept secure.
But initially, it was for the anonymity. That's initially what got that going.
Well, yeah, but you can still have that if you have a blockchain, but you just tie it to a tangible asset like gold.
See, but if you make it more tangible, that makes it more regulation too. Things like that. Like that's just like, yeah. I get what you're saying, but I get why what they were trying, especially.
Yeah.
Need the money, Jimmy.
And here's the thing. You could theoretically do a blockchain dollar system, but what you're actually going to have to do is you're going to have to actually create a banking institution for it and then start giving loans.
And then that's just not sexy. You might as well just keep the regular money in stocks.
But it's not sexy. Really
it's not fun.
Sexy. It's okay. And again, it's like I'm trying to help these people who want.
It's right now. It's way sexier than the stock market. It's way cooler than being a hedge fund manager. Just let the bros have their beanie babies, man. Just let them have it.
It's fiscally irresponsible. We're
America. We're fiscally irresponsible. Hello?
I'm
Gen Xer? Hello?
Oh,
You've seen it all. Reaganomics? Hello?
That's the point. Is like, in my day, we understood a balance sheet. That's all I'm saying.
And then we pissed on the poor people.
Well, no, they were already being.
Because it was trickle down. Get it?
Yeah,
it wasn't rain.
No.
Oh,
honestly, one thing about Gen X is we can say we have literally had nothing to do with just about anything.
Exactly.
Make it
We're too apathetic to care. We get it.
It was the boomers, and then it was now it's the millennials. And we're like, you know what? We're fine. You guys do you. We're still waiting for that atom bomb to drop, man. We were promised. Closest we're getting now is maybe a Chinese rocket's going to fall out of the sky.
Oh yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Thank God the world's so full of ocean.
Well, because I'm sure dropping a secret Chinese space station part into the ocean will have no negative consequences whatsoever.
Well, just awaken the Kraken, and it's what I've been waiting for my whole life.
Yeah,
Ice oil. Yes, here comes some Inhumans.
Hey. Yes. By the way, did we talk about the Marvel Loves Movies clip? Did that come out after the fact, or
what?
Did we talk about that last week? Marvel Loves Movies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know? Oh, cue
the drop.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, I guess Marvel did.
Can you explain it to us, and then Phil can put it in the show notes for people that are curious?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I guess a big thing to two people, maybe. Marvel released a sizzle reel for Phase 4.
Oh,
okay.
That has
the sizzle reel. There you go. I'm just like, what?
That was the beginning of it.
No, it's titled Marvel Loves Movies, and starts out with that.
Yeah, wasn't that like on Monday or something? Yes, I don't think we had.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I didn't think we talked about it. Really interesting thing. I love that they put Stan Lee's narration on that. Especially since they made the statement that Stan Lee was no longer doing cameos. Basically they had stuff in the can, but they're like done with it. Or even I don't know if they even said that. I don't know if they said that they used all his cameos because it did shoot ahead, and for what it's worth, the man kept on getting older after they shot him. So we may have seen everything they shot, so they may not have anything in the can, but they did make it clear that they weren't going to be putting Stan Lee into stuff. And they also even said, like, Marvel is sort of separating itself, the comic book company is separating itself from the word Excelsior, But even on this, it's ever upward that they say in that. They actually don't have Stanley say Excelsior at the end of this, so maybe that's still holding true. But I really thought it was a very great thing having Stanley say that, having him do the whole, we're all one family. We're all one family under Marvel, and therefore the mouse. We are all sons of the mouse, and the daughters of the mouse, and the non-binary children of the mouse. Excelsior. So, I mean, I love that. That part of it was really beautiful to me. And then, we get all the great scenes. They cut to the Avengers Assemble scene in the Endgame in the theater, so you hear all the shouts and the "Yay on your left," and that was beautiful. And then we get to see, here's Aquafina, and here's Black Widow, and here's the Eternals. And then we get, we're going to get Wakanda and then they give the release dates, which the last one, I don't know. I everyone says it was a 4. I'm like, man, I don't want to get my hopes up that high. That could just be an A. It's just another A. It's just another Avengers. But
I mean, it could be a 4 because these phases last for years. So that doesn't mean we're going to get in next year or two. But
well, this is what I was saying is like, they kind of ended off in 2023, which means the next real slot would be 2024.
What if the Fantastic Four close out Phase 4 in 2024?
April 4th, 2024. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to be pissed.
What did you say? April 4th?
Yeah.
It's a Thursday. Yeah. I already looked it up.
4/4/2024.
Perfect day to drop a movie. Just saying. So, and here's the thing.
Your move, Disney.
Here's the thing. I could see them building to that in this entire Phase 4 and Disney Plus. You could have hints about things in the universe, I actually, I have a theory on what Armor Wars might be, and I think that would be a perfect spot to slip in someone like Bentley Whitman as this super genius who figures out how to hack all the armors that someone's going to be selling on both the black, gray, and white markets right now. So,
we get worried. All you ever want to talk about is the Wizard or Otto Octavius. Or
I like super genius villains. I think if you're going to be a super villain, you should at least have the common decency to be a genius. I get the idea, the point of jobbers like
Doom. that college dropout.
Yeah. Hey, I'll still say he's a genius. I'm not going to say he's not a genius.
He dropped out of college,
but he didn't earn his doctorate.
I'm
just saying.
Horrific shade? Really?
Why did your eye?
Well, hey, listen to me. If I ever get an honorary PhD, I'm going to be like Jed Clampett with that. Just doctor
Charlie Esser.
Dr. Charlie Esser. Honorary doctorate in whatever the heck in theology. But if I ever get an honorary doctorate, I will put that. I'll actually probably put the PhD, or maybe I'll do HPhD at the end of my name, so people don't quite know what it is. Oh, it means it's an honorary PhD. The university felt I was smart enough to be a doctor of their letters. So, but anyway. So yeah, and that's the thing is like if Dr. Doom wanted to call himself Victor Von Doom HPhD, I'd be okay with that. It's like okay, it's an honorary. University of Doomstadt gave him his honorary PhD, and I'm just saying, when you get the PhD from Doom University, it is questionable. I'm back. Great. But yeah, I like Bentley Whitman. I like Otto Octavius because they are genius supervillains. And what I like best about them is that they're genius supervillains who aren't necessarily sociopaths.
Debatable, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They're definitely. And here's what I'll say. I won't say they're sociopaths. I'll say that they are. Well, actually, no. Let me correct that. They're sociopaths. They're not psychopaths. See, the psychopath.
Sociopaths are what you want to be. You want to know how to get rid of the body.
Well, exactly. Well, that's the thing. And they don't. I mean, even if they take on a persona, they never take on the persona as no, I am the Green Goblin. Blah! It's well, no. I mean, Bentley legally changed his name to the Wizard. He's no, he filed paperwork. You can call me that. He was, And Dr. Octavius is just a doctor of physics, and I think he might be a medical doctor too. Apparently, it's really easy to get multiple doctorates in the Marvel universe, so that's always
a big thing.
It's a good education system there. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that they're not. That they're not Batman villains. That they're not have some kind of weird obsessive thing where it's no, I have to have this. And
to be fair, Harley and Pam both are highly educated doctors, so
yeah, but they also have obsessive weird quirks to their crimes.
And Octavius doesn't. Okay.
I don't know the last time he stole an octopus. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't know.
Do you know the time he stole an octopus or octopus theme?
I know the time he stole some from Aunt May.
Oh!
Hey, that was given freely, my friend. If you can't get behind geriatric love, that's your problem.
Also, nobody tell Rob.
Save it for the Patreon. Oh. Jeez, Lilith.
So, did you guys want to talk about the Terrence Howard situation?
I shared that article. I actually read the article too, and I don't know how much of it is him just
because he's a loose cannon. It is known he is very difficult to work with.
Well,
he's hot-headed.
here's the thing:
in and out of trouble.
I don't know how serious he is when he says he owes me $100 million, because in the whole thing he's kind of just I took a pay cut, and I helped because I told him no, you really should get Robert Downey Jr. in on this, and then I called up Robert Downey Jr., asked him to take a pay cut so they'd pay me what they promised, and all this kind of stuff. But I mean,
don't be mad at him, be mad at your agent.
Yeah, and
as your business manager, leave him out of it.
Yeah, man, all you had to do was stick around for 1 or 2 more movies, man. You would have been golden.
But he's also notoriously difficult to work with every single set he's ever been on. So,
and I'll say this. Gosh, why am I blanking on his name? I hate when that happens. Don Cheadle, thank you. Love the actor. Don Cheadle. Up until Armor Wars, he was getting probably a day rate. He wasn't getting that, he was getting what they were offering to Terrence Howard, And
Don Cheadle just likes to act. He's the don't put my name in the credits kind of guy. I was just hanging out on set with my friends, kind of guy.
Exactly.
If you know anything about the movies with George Clooney, so.
And that's the thing is which is also one of those things I always have to say, a lot of times with production, it's about who's a fit for the cast. Not even it because as I always say, it's they don't when they have people come in and they have you read. It's often not to see if you can read the line. It's actually just to talk to you and see if you're going to fit with what the kind of aesthetic they want on set is. Because obviously, if you're a name actor, we've seen you acting. We know you can act, especially if we're not asking you to play against type. It's we saw you be this character 20 times before. We just want you to come in and read the line because we want to see you and talk to you and really have some interaction with you. And if the first thing you say is well, I don't want to read this line, then people are going to say, you know what? Maybe you're not the right guy for the job.
I want to be a serious actor.
Because that was something someone was posting about Mad Nicholson. Is he came in to read for Reed Richards on the Fox Fantastic Four, and he got all mad. But he got all mad because they want me to read this line. It's like, you want me to read a line? It's like, well, dude, yeah, just read a line. Is that so hard?
And now we know why he was the perfect fit for Hannibal.
Well, exactly, And again, those writers and directors, they saw something different. They said, I think you're going to fit right for this character. Don't always assume. Everyone always assumes slight when they should assume strategy. That's just my opinion.
But Hollywood, generally, it probably is slight. Because Hollywood's a very personal thing. It's about who you know and who you do. Whoa. And how well you do it just is what it is.
As you do.
Twice on weekends.
Anyway. Do we want to talk some comics, kids?
Yes! Hey, kids, comics.
Hey, kids!
Phil's Comics Corner.
Hey, kids, comics! By Howard Chaykin. My indie
Profits and Loss, huh?
Profits and Loss Volume 2. And I'm so mad I didn't know about Profits and Loss Volume 1. Because now I got to go find this book. Because this was amazing. It's by Howard Chaykin. For those of you who don't know, he is the legend who created Dominic Fortune. He has been a comics writer forever and is still writing comics. So it's pretty impressive. And the entire premise is, as nearly as I can tell, because right now we're in the 50s, although we'll see that this is the 70s, and I get the feeling like we're going to get our Jim Shooter character somewhere in here, or somebody because we're seeing all these young comic writers or these serious comic book fans being talked about in the backgrounds as he...
That's Image, right?
Tells the story. Yes, Image Comics tells the story of our main cast right here, which, a bunch of great little pseudonyms. I can't figure out who the Howard Chaykin pastiche is supposed to be. I thought it might be Art Podwell, because that's sort of, he's got the Dominic Fortune look, and he calls him Yankee mainstay, but knows better than to trust them. So, maybe the savvy guy. But we start out with a framing device of the kids reading their brother's comics while he's away in Nam. And then we cut to the 1951 and basically the death of comics after the 1940s, embracing of, some sexy comics. And I get the feeling that the group we're following, which is GW Publications, is supposed to be a pastiche of EC Comics, because the big moment at the end is the introduction of Whack Comics, and which is a satire mag that eventually, of course, spins off a lot of copycats, and as the Comics Code Authority starts ramping up with a Wortham pastiche here by the name of Dr. Martin Westgate. And, of course, his book is called The Betrayal of Childhood. Get your senatorial things. And then essentially what they decide is they're going to go, GW Comics is going to go black and white because it changes their postal recognition, because they will no longer be kids comics, which have to follow the codes. So that is how we end it. It is such a great book. I am so mad I missed volume 1. Highly recommend. Hey Kids Comics. Pick of the week. If you want to read about a bunch of men in the 50s talking dirty to each other about writing comic books, this is the book for you. And I cannot recommend it highly enough. Hey Kids Comics, Volume 2, Profits and Loss, number 1 by Image Comics.
Lilith, you got anything?
Yeah, I got plenty, but I'll let you do a book first, Philip. So we don't forget about you.
Yeah, we're always so mean to him in this show.
He's Gelman. That's what he's there for.
Let's see. Where should I begin? To finally get one shot. Hey, Crime Syndicate number 3 was out this week.
Oh yeah.
Okay, get out, Philip. You're done.
What?
No.
I'm kidding.
I didn't even know there was a Crime Syndicate #1. I was so mad. So what is the Crime Syndicate? Have you talked about this before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about that every month, and I just completely do I forget that because I'm not paying
Phil
attention?
he gets his one book in at the end of the show, so it's real easy to gloss over.
I see how it works. Yeah, that makes sense. It checks out.
Tell us about Crime Syndicate 3 and why we should be reading this book.
Well, it was basically the Crime Syndicate taking down Starro.
Oh, nice.
And
to be seen in what movie was that?
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. But no,
James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Thank you very much.
Like, the Crime Syndicate and Lex Luthor, hero of Earth 3.
Oh wow, he has to team up with the heroes.
Yeah, but no, yeah. So Starro's rampaging. They take him down, and he's like, "I was just trying to survive." Because Starro was big as being tortured by, what do they call them, the overlords of Oa or something.
It's always Oa. Always goes back to Oa. They're monsters, I tell you.
But yeah,
Since Sinestro was right.
But they seem to focus on one member each issue. This time it was Superwoman, basically, aka Donna Troy.
Oh, good for her.
Oh yeah, I think we did talk about this.
So basically, yeah. Well, when Steve Trevor comes to not Paradise Island, but
it's Thea's mascara for the last damn time.
Oh no, here it's Demon's Island.
Nice.
Oh, of course.
So yeah,
Demon time.
She meets Steve Trevor, and her mother's ready to kill her, so she has to kill Steve Trevor
with her bare hands.
Yeah,
and
as
then
you do.
Donna decides that eventually, she's going to go to Man's World, build up an army, get some allies, and then come back and kill her mother and take control of Demon Island.
Yes, as well you should.
Because it's Earth 3. That's just what you do.
I mean, it's pretty decent. It's a 6-issue miniseries. It's
Oh, it's a miniseries. Okay.
Yeah, it's
How's
not
the
fun.
art?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I have no complaints with this art. This one, Kieran McGowan.
Oh yeah, I know them. They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, no, it's. And hey, Starro killed Hal Jordan, says Lil. So
okay, fine. I'll buy it. Shut up and take my money.
It's pretty good.
Good old Starro.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Ooh, Fortnite issue 3 is going to be Batman vs. Snake Eyes.
That's the implication. Do we want to talk?
You know what? Go ahead. I keep meaning because it is on.
Yeah, I mean, it is good. It is like
so. I need to.
It is a surprisingly good Batman book.
So I guess you guys just never read Injustice because Injustice was awesome as well. They do their video game crossovers pretty well.
I read some.
I'm sure. Look, I'm just saying it's a very good Batman book. I'm not gonna. And actually, I did read some issues of Injustice. It is a very good book. I did like that book. In fact, I think the last time I bought it, you guys all got mad at me because what, you're picking up a book and you've never played the game, you don't know anything about it. It's like, I just like super villain heroes. It was
probably me, to be honest.
Yes, but okay, so we get like Batman being a detective in this whole thing. We get, and Tristan, I think you misread this because he was worried that Batman and Catwoman were teaming, and they do team a bit. Because that can get you banned from Fortnite. That's my point. Oh, okay. Now he's walking it back. But he's like leaving himself these clues because he realized he gets rebooted every 22 minutes with no memory. And he's like tracking down all of tracking all of this thing. And of course, it says the cat is a friend. He's like, who could that be? And of course, there's a giant cat. And he's like, is that the cat? Maybe not.
Talk about your fat cats. Am I right, people?
Yeah. Well, he's making his own choices there. But they essentially do get together. They figure it out that they're working together, and then in this 22-minute loop, they have to keep on. And he leaves a clue for her so that she can find it when she reboots in 22 minutes, and they can keep on meeting and solving each other's problems. They realize that. Oh yeah, and that's the teaser that Phil was talking about. Apparently, we're getting Snake Eyes versus Batman. Sorry, Batman. And
it's his book, so
yeah. Spoilers for all this. So as they fight, they realize that you have to be in the center of the storm, and maybe you could reboot, all on theory. But when they actually decide to put Catwoman in the center of the storm, she actually stabs Batman, which causes him to do a hard reboot. So when he does wake up, he has lost all his clues, but theoretically, Catwoman has all her knowledge. Theoretically, we'll know next issue. There's also a great bit in here with Harley Quinn, how she has gone native and has embraced the dancing.
As she does. That's kind of the thing.
Well, to be fair, it's like this is the world she was made for. So yeah, I mean, if you want to read like Batman being a detective and punching people too, it's actually a surprisingly good book. And you get a Fortnite code if you like to play Fortnite. It is a $6 book though. So
But that's what I was going to say. I'm going to read that because they've been putting them up pretty quick on DC Universe Infinite. So yeah, I want to read those first two before issue 3 hits. So yeah, I think
I'd recommend it. Yeah, because you're not getting the code on DC Universe Infinite, and that's what the extra $2 is for.
Yeah, because I don't play it.
And otherwise, it's just a nice, quick, short Batman story in an alternate universe, so it's fun.
Because that's the only thing we know how to do in the DC universe.
Hey, man.
Alternate Batman.
Hey, that's what sells, man.
Did anybody read Swamp Thing number 3?
No, ma'am.
No.
Just me? Okay, well, Howland and Poison Ivy show up in this one because the new guy gets stuck in the green. So if you're invested, you're invested. If not, sucks to be you. This artwork is great. The story is great. I'm not really too keen on this new guy yet, but it's only 3 issues. And, dealing with the Swamp Thing is kind of hard as a new guy.
I can imagine.
And you don't have Constantine around. But at least there's no Abby. His lady friend's name is Jennifer, and she's a lot more palatable than Abby ever dreamed of being. So there's a plus for that.
Bye, Felicia.
So Phil, speaking of Swamp Things, you've been reading the Man Thing.
I was gonna say,
yeah, me too.
On a totally unrelated note, let's whip out the Man Thing. Yes.
Heyo.
Curse of the Man.
Same for the Patreon.
Heyo. Yes, Curse of the Man Thing. There was an Avengers issue, a Spider-Man issue, and this week the X-Men issue came out.
Yeah.
And what does the X-Men do with the Man Thing? What do the X-Men do with their Men Things?
They make them giant size, baby. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
It's on brand. Well, no,
is this where they finally reveal that we're all plants now?
Well, no, I mean, in the first issue, this female scientist, the Harrower, she's like trying to steal the power of the Man Thing. Ooh, so would that be she-man thing? She-thing?
Don't start, Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not get all Freudian here. You know.
But no, so she's trying to steal because she wants like the access to the nexus of all realities and stuff, and basically.
All I'm saying is Steve Orlando's got a big Man Thing to try to pull this off in 3 issues.
But
it's a very windy story for
this woman. Yeah, like tries to steal the power, and then all these plants that are burning people who are afraid in the world start showing up. So the Avengers start fighting it, and then Ted Sallis.
Is this the third and final issue?
Yeah, because there was one Avengers, one Spider-Man, and one X-Men. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so the Avengers are fighting this thing, and then they're like, Ted Sallis, I guess his consciousness is still like buried in the Man Thing, and he's like, no, I never, perfected that super soldier serum I was trying to make. That was Kurt Connors. So, like Spider-Man book, which I'm guessing that was a lie because in the X-Men book he runs into magic, and then we get this whole thing about he made a. All right, anybody want to guess? He made a deal with the devil. So who did he go to for that? Trying to perfect that super soldier serum?
Good old Uncle Ben.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Well, Mephisto wasn't picking up the phone, so he went to Belasco.
Who's Belasco? I don't. Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Is he even a demon? Is
he's
he
just
like
a guy at this point?
A lord of hell.
Yeah, he's
a fancy man.
But that's like they go through limbo. Is limbo even in hell? I don't know.
Like I said, Mephisto wasn't.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, guys.
Okay, so Belasco. That's Nightcrawler's dad, right?
No, that's what's that guy's name?
No one cares because Mystique is his mom. Nobody cares.
Azazel or something. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It's an X-Men book, and there's a guy who looks like a demon. I assumed.
Yeah, no, you're on the money with
Racist. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, fair enough.
You were on the money with the guy in Limbo, but yeah. So like,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But you were saying, yeah, it's only 3 issues, but I guess it was kind of a prequel because I guess in July we're getting Curse of the Man Thing.
Is it finally giant size? Because that's all I care about. It's a giant size man thing. You're welcome.
Because I guess this is is it this year? It's the 50th anniversary of Man Thing.
Oh,
sure.
Can you get yourself a 50-year-old Man Thing, Will Hellfire?
Nah, I like it 25.
Oh!
Well, there you go.
He cuts him in half. So I mean, it was a decent story. Again, if you're,
no, it's just like it was kind of odd that it went through 3 books instead of just doing like its own 3 issues.
I think they've been doing this every so often.
People will actually read it. I get it.
It's almost like an annual. Like they used to do with the annuals.
Yeah.
Well, remember when Mephisto did that, and it was like Mephisto versus Fantastic Four, Mephisto versus the X-Men, Mephisto versus X Factor. It was they just had to meet a bunch of people to say, hey, remember there's this guy named Mephisto. We'd like you to know who he is. Again, we might be doing stuff with him later.
Yeah, you're coming up publicity for his book in July. You're like, hey, look, this Man Thing knows everybody.
Yes. So my other DC book this week was The Green Lantern #2, which are Green Lantern.
Some company, Philip. How you feel about
I did read that. Yes.
Yeah. Well, as I've said, I like Green Lantern. I've never said I don't like Green Lantern. I liked everything about this book until the end. And it was like I liked all those things. The Lanterns are doing this. We have to do, we've joined the Galactic Alliance, so now we actually have to change who we are as a space law enforcement agency, and of course, Stuart's like, oh, you can't just drop this, and everyone's like, no, we know all you people. We know that you follow the rules and you're going to do what we tell you, and you're a part of this. If you want to leave, you can always leave. We're not saying you can't leave, but we knew that pretty much all of you would just say, yeah, we're going to work with you guys. We trust what your ideas are.
Well, yeah, because basically the United Planets or whatever they are, yeah, they were kind of not feeling it with the Guardians and stuff. So the Guardians agreed that they dropped a third of their sectors, so they're not going to protect a third of they're going to give it to that alliance.
Yes, it's the Earth, the sector that the Earth's in, right?
I don't know.
No, that's a Crux world, so I think not. I
don't think, but then they were like,
I think Batman and the Justice League got it though. I'm just saying, you can spend your resources a little better.
But they were like reassigning like Kal Rayner and a bunch of other people, the other sectors, and it's like, and Jon Stewart's even like, you're gonna have half these like Green Lanterns like never see that, like never go home and stuff, and
like the real military. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Over deployed soldiers.
Just out of curiosity, because I know the terrorists, they're like crystal beings. Is this like that crystal amethyst world thing? The crystal world, because the terrorists, they were like, oh, we're the crystal wizards or something, and they want to return magic.
Yeah, because they wanted all they want. They were like, oh, the Guardians locked up magic. They like locked up the Starheart and stuff.
Yeah, because clearly we get this parallel with the start of it, how they killed one of the what are they called? The Guardians of O, or the Guardians of the Universe, and the Green Lantern funeral has him rejoin the power battery, and then of course, what happens to the power battery?
At the end, it blows up.
Yeah, it goes boom, and I didn't like that because I hate just let's have a universal scale or a planetary scale devastation to show how serious everything is. It's like, do we really need that? And then we get mysterious man in yellow in a chair. Is that Wally West?
No.
Was that Wally West in some kind of fancy chair at some point?
Yes, he was in the Mobius chair, but that's not him.
Okay, is that the Mobius chair? I don't know.
I don't think.
It's old Wally West in an old Mobius chair. Watching all the worlds be destroyed, and
Plot twist is Batman.
it's somebody. It's somebody.
I don't know.
That
I don't know.
will be revealed.
It's a yellow robe.
Well, what color does Wally West wear?
Well, he's hopping through time right now, quantum leaping his way through time.
As Kid Flash, I mean. That's my point. That's like, that's why I think, it's Wally West. Because didn't they make him evil for a while?
They're currently making it up to the Wally West fans. So
Yeah, and then we murder Simon Boz because, too many Green Lanterns. Let's kill a few.
Too many black Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
Well, at the end,
there can only be one. Well, she's a female, so.
Oh.
Yeah. And hey, we kept Teen Lantern, so got to keep it even. So we got Teen Lantern and what's the other woman's name?
Where's Jade? That's all I care about.
Sojourner.
Sojourner.
Yeah,
But
she's a
she
Far
was-
Sector. So if you're looking,
Yeah.
for her, check out those Far Sector books.
But so she was sent to the Far Sector. Is this her coming back from the Far Sector?
I guess because there's like 1 or 2 issues left of that. Because I think it's only 12 issues. I don't know if that's supposed to be after that.
Anyway, but Simon's dead because as you do. But that
comics
that stole it from me. It's like, and you're doing that big. It just seems overkill.
Well, some of these books, some of the DC books, I guess they're going towards that future state stuff. Which again, I thought that was only supposed to be a limited thing now. But because
I told you 5G was actually happening. You guys didn't listen to. I told you that.
But it kind of reminds you when someone just
Lilith.
It kind of reminds me of when they decided that, we have too many low-level supervillains. Why don't we have someone go around and just kill all the supervillains? And that's what got us scourged. And I'm like, okay, but it's actually not a cool idea to just keep on killing character after character after character.
I know.
And just to have that much death. I didn't like it when Scourge did it.
Fraternity Sentry had a play for decades. Come on.
Honestly, well, hey, he killed Mr. Miracle, who was in Fantastic Four 3. It's like, respect the legacy. Let the guy retire somewhere. Let him do his little magic act.
He was 2 days away from retirement. It happens. It's a trope for a reason, man.
That was his first victim, by the way, in the Thing.
Oh, can I shout out Dynamite Entertainment's The Invincible Red Sonja #1. If you liked old school Harley Quinn with Amanda and Jimmy
Waller?
Amanda Connor and Jimmy Pomodi. Okay, like they're back at it again, but like with Red Sonja, finally it kind of makes sense, and there's no beaver jokes to be seen in sight. So if you really like the beginning of their run of Harley Quinn, you should definitely pick up the Invincible Red Sonja over Dynamite.
Oh.
I love the art. I love the story. It's super fun. It feels more modern, more updated than what they were doing, and I think that's kind of probably the point of the Invincible Red Sonja. So I'm hoping it finds new legs, new life, new fans. We always need more fans on the Reddit sub, so just gonna throw that out there.
And she has a movie coming out.
Oh yes. That's right. I did have that on the list. Yes, because they got Ant-Man and the Wasp star Hannah John Kamen.
The woman who played Ghost.
Yes.
Red Sonja.
Yep.
You're going to dye her hair red.
Obviously.
I presume.
No struggle wigs. You must dye it. We've learned our lesson from Kirsten Dunst.
No.
You must dye it. Or
you
get
do
a weave.
the work with the hair.
Or get you a black girl that knows how to do a lace front. I can't do struggle wigs. I can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta commit to it. That's whatever's cheapest but actually works. That's what you say. It's like, is it easier to just
dye
get
it?
her?
I think a lace front would be the easiest way, but not everybody can do a lace front, as we've seen in many TV shows and movies, especially superhero movies. So, just saying, get you somebody that knows how to lay those edges, and I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but it looks good. I mean, it looks good. It's like, well, that's an actress I've heard of, so that looks good.
I'm excited. I want to know who's writing it. Did they say?
Oh, that's like the last thing they're probably going to hire. It's like,
Yeah.
2 weeks before. Hey, could we get a writer to
Well,
write
it is
this
a superhero
for
movie,
us?
so you're very right about that, sir. A non-Marvel superhero movie. You're very
Well,
right about
I
that,
mean,
sir.
you could make the argument that they've like worked out all the set pieces. So here's
that's
where
the
she
main
fights the
thing,
dragon.
honestly.
Here's where she fights the big guy. Here's where she fights the big boss. So
I mean,
could you just
obviously
write
it's
us a
an
bunch of
origin
scenes to tie
story.
these all together?
It kind of writes itself.
We assume. You don't always have to start with an origin story. You can have a
Yeah, but they're
mysterious
lazy.
stranger.
It's the easiest thing to do.
Wow. Okay.
And in the studio's eyes, it's the easiest thing to do.
Fair enough.
But yeah, pick up the book. I thought it was great. Y'all know how I was feeling about Jimmy and Amanda at the end of my tenure of those Harley Quinn books. So they redeemed themselves for me. So that should say a lot.
So you're coming back for
She's
more.
actually more clothed too. So if that was bothering you initially,
Well,
she's got more clothes.
I don't think they.
Oh,
could,
Red Sonja has more clothes? Okay.
I don't think they could have gone less.
I mean, they could have. It could have been pasties and a G-string.
No,
I mean, Harley Quinn was on the verge. I'm just saying.
It's easier to fight. You get more flexibility if you're not wearing anything to weigh it down. That's why Conan fights in a loincloth.
I thought it was just to air off the boys, but
no, it's just like every time they put him in like armor, it's so hard to move in this stuff. Just get me naked, man.
That's why Charlie Esther, when he works from home, completely nude.
Oh yeah, no, not completely.
with
That's
Price
just
is right
rude.
on in the background for noise.
I'm sorry. You should never be completely nude. You should always have a towel for sitting. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with just wearing your underwear to sit in. You just don't want any of your bits touching things that other people are going to sit on later.
Oh, how thoughtful!
It's
and that's why I
polite.
live alone.
Well, honestly, but even here's what I'll say: do you want to sit in your own place that you sat? That's all I'm saying. It's like at a certain point, you're like,
well, it's like the gym. You just wipe down.
Well, not every surface is wipeable. I have a lot of plush.
This chair is.
Oh my!
And
Well, fair
just
enough.
saying,
Right in front of the webcam, eh?
I'm just there. So yeah, if you got a surface you can wipe down, then yes, go nuts. Have fun.
all leather, everything. That's all I'm saying.
Got to give all these good things that they can use.
But leather you just stick to. That's the problem with leather.
Whoa!
She's in Florida. She knows. It's
AC. It's always like 71 degrees in my house.
see. If you're willing to destroy the environment, then I understand.
I am. I'm a Florida douchebag. I'm proud of it.
Hey man, summer man, my AC's going, man.
I've got a husky. To be fair.
Mm-hmm.
This dog, she doesn't.
That poor husky. It's like, why am I in the tropics?
I keep her.
I wasn't devoted for this. But she has to go somewhere, or he has to go somewhere.
No, she doesn't. She's very content on staying in the house.
Okay, so she's got a spot in the house for that. That's fine.
she's an old lady. She's an old lady. She just wants to lay there, eat her food, drink her water, go in the backyard, chase a squirrel, come back in.
Okay. I'm just saying, we all have to do our business somewhere. That's
exactly.
That's all. Anyway, Philip.
Anyway,
we got another show to do, so I do want to talk more.
Pay those bills, baby.
All right, Katie. So you heard a lot of stuff today. TV, movies, comics. Email us your thoughts, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Capes and Lunatics and all of our shows on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hey, we have the Capes and Lunatics Cloakroom, our Facebook fan group. Go join us there. You never know what kind of knowledge we're going to drop on you. That Charlie Esther can drop any topic at any time. So look, you can find links for all of those, links to this YouTube channel. See the chair Lil Hellfire wipes down every day. Links to the Patreon, more stuff coming soon. Links to merch, links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please remember, support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Hear these two talk about Bitcoin in crystal clear HD quality with your Tweaked Audio headphones.
Use the coupon code Southgate upon checkout.
That's right. And you can also use that for Hunt a Killer.
Ooh,
Michelle,
is
they
that what we're...
always need your help.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun having an escape room delivered to your house. Do you like murder podcasts? It's like that, but you get to solve it.
Yeah, Marnell. And
What are you talking about? She's the killer.
oh, okay.
That's how she knows who did it.
It was me. Anyway, but if you want to,
How do you think Angela Lansbury solved all those murders?
oh my. But speaking of Marnell, yes, but also coming, Pod Life the book you can get now, Volume 1, digital, paperback, audio book coming soon.
And where's that for sale?
That is for sale on the Amazon.
And how would we get there?
The easiest way and the best way for us is to use the link right down there in the show notes, Charlie, out there. So go on Amazon, say hello to Lilith Hellfire, and buy the book and anything else. Yes, use the link. Help us support this show, the network, and that man who is always naked in business meetings, Rob at Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Mark my words.
Lilith Hellfire.
I just want to say I actually do have, that's what the Wonder Woman blanket is for. I don't like to sit around on my chair, so it's just a joke. But if
Fair
you guys
enough.
want to joke with me over on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69, and of course over on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire 69.
The
Hey,
woman's wearing,
good money for that in Florida.
the woman's wearing a hoodie and a knit cap. I don't think she actually is a nudist.
I think
She
the air,
keeps her house cold enough just so that she can bundle up.
I was gonna say I think the air conditioning is at 60 degrees.
You don't want
Well, yeah,
to.
but that's the point. She keeps it cold enough so she has to bundle up. It's like, it's an entire circular thing.
But that's true. Our show nudist, Charlie Esser. Where can people find you?
You can always write to me at old-fashioned email, whether or Maz and Paz once did, at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitters. I live tweet things like Legends of Tomorrow on Sunday nights. At Charlie Esser, that's CHARLIE. Yes, SCR. Look for the two E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz.
All right, kids. Like I said, TVs, movies, comics, Bitcoin, nudity. We've hit it all. So for another week, we have been your capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics. Definitely lunatics.
You would know. I love how Lilith just sits there and like bobs her head. Probably the only person here with rhythm.
Well, you know, she kind of shoots herself from the neck up, so she could be doing anything down there.
Whoa!
Nobody tell Rob.
I'm just saying, she could do the show nude and we wouldn't know.
I like Charlie. Tears it all.
Fight the tyranny of pants.